I'm going to go to a new topic because I don't even care. This is just a comprehensive video now of just May. Just, for example, like my parents yapping about college, how it's so important or whatever. Mainly my dad, because he's one of those people. He's one of those like annoying Gen X people who grew up with having college. Which is funny because here's the thing. I don't even care. Gen X is just boomers, okay? They're the same fucking group of people, okay? They have the same annoying attitudes. They're fucking stupid. They're super entitled, and they think they're tough shit. And that, like, oh, we don't care. Like, and this is the worst thing about, like, Gen X especially. Because, like, this is just boomer behavior, you know what I mean? We don't care, man. That we're the generation where we don't care, man. And it's like, well, if you guys did care, the world would have been so much fucking better. But what did you guys do? You lazy piece of shit. I can let it slide if they didn't have much power. But if they had the power and they still had that fucking attitude, I don't want to fucking hear it. Okay, I don't want to hear it. You guys could have made the world better, but you didn't. But like, it's all this college stuff, and I hate hearing about college stuff because it's like, because the thing is that I know adulthood is easy. Like, everything about it just seems really easy. Like, taxes, easy. Got that done. Job, I can do that. I can do that every day. Like, if the work's consistent, hours are consistent, all of that, perfect, right? And it doesn't cause me so much stress or it makes me want to kill myself a lot. None of that, good. I can live that way. I would definitely want a career like that, Yet, college just makes it so fucking, like, difficult for no reason. It's like, okay, alright, this is an American college, okay? This is not fucking China. This is not fucking Asia. This is not Japan or South Korea. I sound like Trump saying China. But it's like, it doesn't need to be that complicated, okay? Like, Europe and other countries where it's free, they don't fucking get so complicated over college, okay? They don't try to make you always see an advisor and be annoying about shit and try to be like, I'm an advisor, I'm supposed to, I'm like, keep in mind, I'm totally like optional to like help you manage your classes, but I need to actually be there and be mandatory to like help you get your classes. It's like, fuck off, your job is useless. You don't even actually help. You just give out useless pamphlets and tarot cards just to like help somebody with their college or their major. Like, you don't know anything, okay? And I wish you guys got fucking replaced by AI. And as much as I fucking hate AI and wish all those data centers would like burn down and get destroyed or whatever, those fucking like guys who are advisors or do all those useless like HR jobs and all that, they need to be replaced. I don't want to see them. I don't want to hear them. They're the most useless fucking idiots on the planet. They shouldn't be around. They shouldn't even be alive. I would even argue that. And that's not illegal to say because it's not targeted at a specific person. But it's so awful, And my last semester, I had all these D's, but I was like, I mean, you could say whatever you want about me being dumb. I will say, definitely retarded with math. I wish I could never have to do that, but apparently, even if you have and this is the fucked up part, I actually spoke to the advisor. Apparently, if you have a disability that makes it hard for you to even understand math, or even literally incapable of doing certain mathematical concepts like super abstract math or applied calculus, you still have to do it. They're like, oh, we'll just give you accommodations for you to help you. And it's like, well, if they have basically the math version of dyslexia where they can't even understand it, they don't understand it. There's no helping them. Why the fuck? It's like a guy that has his fucking legs blown off, and you're trying to get him to walk again. Not with any prosthetics or anything. It's like you're just sticking planks on him and hoping he will like walk around. You know, he still has to do a marathon, even though his legs are fucking blown off from a bomb or something. It's just insane. You know, and I remember asking them about an accounting major. They're all like, "Oh, you still need to do calculus." And I told this guy like, "Uh, accounting doesn't use calculus. It's algebra. It's stuff that you've done in high school. This is not high school math. This is calculus. This is not it's not algebra." I told him that. He's like, but like you might still like use it. And like, no, you don't. This is the first time I called him out. I said, no, you don't. You're a fucking idiot. No, you don't. It uses algebra. But still, he went on calculus. You know, sure. You know, it's awful, man. It's like they always try to pride you into thinking that in college you get to explore anything you want to, choose anything you want. Reality is, it's just a bunch of bullshit. It's just a bunch of bullshit. You can't actually explore any classes you want to. They make these things called general education requirements where they force you to learn stuff that you did not want to learn, stuff that you don't care about, nor does it really go to anything, but you're forced to do it and it costs you money. You're paying for it. How insane is that? I mean, everyone knows that's insane. What also just hold up. You guys should be a bit closer. You know, this looks better. Worst part is that when you even try to choose classes that you know you can take because they're like beginner classes or whatnot, they're still annoying about it where you can't choose it. So it's like all the classes you choose are just random. So at that point, it's making you go like, maybe I can't really choose. Maybe I just need to choose a fucking major immediately because they're just going to do this shit to you all the time. You know, and personally, I wish I could choose the major I want to choose, but it's so hard choosing any major. Like, because they're always so annoying about being secular and forcing you to choose for yourself. That whole stupid philosophy that America has just adopted of being individualized. Like not every person in America is literally just mostly just an identical copy of one another and tries to be different but still a copy. And it's so annoying. I just wish like, and I've been trying to do this more. I've been trying to make them just go like, give me a job that is a fucking stupid office job where I do nothing most of the time. Give me that. I want that. You know, and that's why I chose accounting, because that is essentially what accounting is. It's like a very generic, run-of-the-mill, you know, office job type of work, you know, and you don't get disturbed as much. It's very introverted, so it's pretty good. And I'm pretty good at Excel. I'm very good with algebra and the type of math there. So why not take a crack at it? But then, you know, there's whole, gotta take a calculus class, an applied calculus class, mind you, not a normal one, an applied one. I don't know what type of meth that my university is taking, but when has the one subject that is focused on like absolutely easy math ever had to use calculus? Like, make up your mind. And that's like, but anyways, like that's just the shit about college, you know. And I've just been thinking about like, well, if I absolutely don't know what I want to do, I still don't know what I want to do, and I probably won't ever know what I want to do, right? And I really don't mind just doing very normal minimum wage work or even city work because, yeah. And the fact that like most of these college degrees are probably not even going to go anywhere because the employers or the HR department are a bunch of stupid bitches, a bunch of stupid girls usually that like got their job through nepotism and they're like, "Oh, you can like get your job because like actually, I mean, they can also be guys, gay guys. Actually, you can't get in. You need like 5 years experience, even though you're like a new grad and stuff. And like, even though our thing is entry level, so it would actually be 0 years. Also, we found somebody who's like so much better than you, and you fucking suck. Like, at that point, it's like, why even go to college? Most people who go to college are going to college to get a career. That's why most people go. Don't bullshit me that they want to acquire knowledge or learn about an interesting thing that interests them. You know? Because guess what? Most of the people who are going just for that reason are either bullshitting you or their parents are already rich enough so they're like, you can do whatever career you want, man. You can do whatever career you want, son, daughter. And that's what my dad says. That is what my dad says. You know, and guess what, man? I don't know if I want to do something where I have absolutely no obligation nor motivation to keep going. Why would you send somebody there? You're just throwing money into a fire pit. I've been trying to tell you that. But not as much of a giant fire pit as the stupid stepdaughter in my family. I think I've spoken about her before. But just back to topic, like I just don't mind what job I want to do. If it's consistent work, I should just be fine. I don't care. It's not like I'm going to be living with my parents for like most of my life, probably forever, and plus the inheritance money that's coming in. If I'm going to be set for life by all that inheritance money, it's like, might as well just not go to college. Like anything there, anything at college is something I actually want to learn about. And that's another thing about college too. There's all these subjects, and there's interesting subjects that I thought that I thought were interesting. That come on, I thought it was interesting, but they weren't. They are boring as fuck. Every subject there manages to be boring or make the whole thing feel more like a chore than something you can enjoy. Like being in a writing class, for example. And, I kind of like writing. It was kind of like a fiction writing class. That sounds cool. That sounds fun. I remember doing that all the time during high school. And it felt more like a chore. It felt more like it was like bad work. It's like work in a way where you don't enjoy it and you just feel like, I gotta do this because I have to. Like writing an essay, all of that. And most of my classes were like that. I'll be fair. When I first started college, I tried doing nursing, which was the stupidest idea in the world. And I hated those classes. It was a bunch of science classes. They're all stupid, boring, and all that stuff. And frankly, learning all of it was like, okay, what nurse is actually going to use this? When the fuck is a nurse going to have to talk to a patient about plants? About like, do you know that in plant biology, it produces sperm in its like fucking leaf thing or whatever? Like some stupid shit like that. And then you're doing that with a person who is flesh and bone. Absolute idiocracy there. Most nurses are just glorified like those people that like are aides at those fucking nursing homes. That's what they are really. Most nursing work could probably just be summarized by nursing school and not all this stupid extra shit just to get in. Right? But then eventually next semester I tried to be different. I tried to choose classes I wanted to be interested in. Never works because every advisor is a piece of shit or just wants to destroy any happiness you had with choosing your classes. So just doing that is, I just had class. I had like a philosophy class. I had a stupid communications class I didn't give a fuck about. I had a writing class. And then, fuck, what else was it? Then a math class. Because I thought that math class would end it all, but it didn't. Because they're little tricksters there. God, okay, this is going to be its own separate video. But anyways, just from all of this, I've just been so demotivated of even wanting to do another year of college. But I know that even if I said no to my parents about it, they're going to start freaking out like a bunch of babies because college is so important, apparently. It's just so stupid. And it's not like, and here's the thing, I'm not trying to be a trade school retard, because guess what? Trade school is even worse, okay? People who are glazing trade school, like, they're being filled up. They aren't even taking people anymore. And most of the work is like backbreaking labor, and you're going to end up being disabled by fucking 40 years old or 30. So it's not even worth it there. Though there are trades that aren't that like as exactly like that or whatever, but I don't want to do trade school still, you know? So really the best option is doing like a city job, I guess, right? And there's like a shit ton of those here. And guess what? You get to retire early. Not that bad. I did almost consider being a teacher one time, but I think you know why I didn't choose that. Because teachers are like stupid. That's what they are. I don't want to become the thing I hate, you know? I guess that's all I want to say about college. It's a waste. It's just a waste, okay? I don't get it. And I know I've recorded so many videos in the same shirt. I don't care. Anyway, see ya, man. See you guys.